سلام عليكم طبتم مباركة طيبة ربي أعوذ بك من همسات الشياطين وأعوذ بك ربي أن يحضرون بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين. Dear audience and my dear brothers and sisters, now I am going to answer the question, and question is, what is Khatna? What is Sunnat Khatna? What is called Sunnat Khatna, and is it acceptable or not in Islam? Is it legal or not? Initially, we will have to know what is Khatna, what is called Khatna, and what is Sunnat Khatna. My dear brothers and sisters, just you listen this lecture in accordance of the Holy Quran. So I request all of you, just you take the Quran in your hand and find out the verses what I am present to here and match the verses with the lecture. Then you will get right answer from the Holy Quran to lead your life, to execute Allah's messages, Allah's teachings, Allah's dispensations. My dear brothers and sisters, this very popular word and very known word, Sunnah Khatna. But do you know what is the meaning of Sunnah? Sunnah means methodology of Allah. Sunnah means system of Allah, law of Allah. So, Khatna means circumcision. And Khatna means to cut a special private part of the body, that means who are at childhood and boyhood and babyhood. That is called in Arabic al-ikhtinan al-khatna. It is called in English circumcision. Circumcision. But circumcision is not valid in Islam because Allah did not order us. Allah did not make mandatory and obliged for the prophets, for the apostles, for the messengers, for the believing people, for the human being. Because if you believe the circumcision or khatna is order of Allah or it is part of Islam, which is telling like this, which is going on, and they are telling this like khatna is a part of Islam, and they are naming in Bengali language Muslimani, and they are celebrating this occasion, function of khatna, that means function of circumcision. As per Quran, Allah has created human being with full of balance, with full of beautiful stature, beautiful structure. Just you come to the Surah Teen, Surah number 95, verse number 4, Allah has said, Allah has mentioned here, لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْبِيمٍ لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي أَحْسَنِ تَقْبِيمٍ. Verily, undoubtedly, I myself have created the human being with the beautiful stature, with the beautiful form. Asan is superlative degree. The taqbeem, that means appearance, forms, and physical aspect, physical appearance, physical stature. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Allah has announced, Allah has declared, I myself have created the human being with full of beautiful stature or beautiful structure. And if you think there is some undone position in the body, human body, so you need to cut that thing, or you need to make circumcision or khatna, and and many mullahs and many people, they are naming there is a khatna, and they are entitling it is the part of Islam. This theory, that practice absolutely excludes the Islam. It is out of Islam conception, Quranic conception. But there is a question. If anyone needs to do so, but physically they are getting some problem, medically, physically, there is another thing. There is up to you. If you see something problem or trouble in your body, by in infant's body, baby's body, then you can do, that means your treatment as per Quranic decision. But if you think there is some minus point, some sort of creation of Allah Almighty, that will make very big crime, shirk. So circumcision is not the part of Islam, because Allah Almighty has ordained in Surah in Fitar, in Surah number, chapter number 82, verse number 7 and 8. Allah has said here, Allah Almighty said this like, Alladhi khalaqaka, and Allah, He who created you, fasawwaka, and Allah Almighty proportioned and made you and allocated and budgeted and divided the similar parts, and Allah balanced you. That means Allah has created us, created all human beings with full of balance. And Allah has asserted and announced in another verse in Surah At-Taghabun, Surah number 64, verse number 3. وَصَوَّرَكُمْ فَأَحْسَنَ صُوَرَكُمْ. Allah has balanced you, Allah has created you with forms, beautiful forms. That means Allah has beautified His creations, His human body. So, none has right to cut something, to make circumcision, and Allah has declared in Surah Al-Imran, Surah number 3, verse number 6, وَالَّذِي يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ وَالَّذِي يُصَوِّرُكُمْ فِي الْأَرْحَامِ كَيْفَ يَشَاءُ. He who, that means Allah Almighty, set or made portions or parts of the human body what He wills. In the uterus of the mother, womb of the mother, there is no doubt in it, and none has right to make something new, to exclude something, to delete something, to include something, because Allah has created, Allah has beautified the human being, Allah has proportioned, Allah has balanced. There is no any shortage, any incompleteness, any undone position. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Khatna is not in the legal term or acceptable term in Islam, and it can be medical issue or physical issue if needed be. But nowadays, what is going on, what is saying on, that means it is Islamic, or and people are seeing, people are thinking this like it is a sunnah of Ibrahim, Salam al Ibrahim, he did it, or somebody tells this like it is sunnah of Salam Muhammad. This ideology, this presentation, this document, this claim is completely wrong, false. Because Allah Almighty has prohibited the human being to change creation of the human being. In Surah Nisa, Surah number 4, verse number 118 and 19. Devils allowed, devils permitted, devil ordered and ordained the people to change Allah's creation. So, changing the creation, changing the parts of the body, or reformation of the body, it is the order of devil, order of shaitan, but it is not the order of Allah Almighty. So, you just remember what Allah has declared or said or ordered in the Holy Quran. Khatna is not the part of Islamic Sharia, Islamic law. Circumcision is not the part of Islamic law. It is man-made. It is made by